This is Valley News Live at 6.
Welcome to Valley News Live at 6. We're following breaking news just into our newsroom right now as an arrest has been made in connection to the disappearance of Isadora Wingle. Fargo police just minutes ago announcing they have arrested Joshua Alexander Height in connection to the disappearance of Wingle, who was reported missing January 7th. Now, Height was arrested on charges of murder and tampering with evidence. Stay with Valley News Live throughout the night as we continue to follow this breaking news. And we turn our story now to a safety warning from the West Fargo Fire Department following the deaths of 6 cats in 2 separate house fires in the last month. Valley News Team's Harrison Prey spoke with officials to find out what pet owners need to know to keep their animals safe.
6 cats died in 2 separate Fargo house fires over the span of 1 month. On January 10th, flames tore through a home on Circle Drive North, killing 2 cats. Then on February 2nd, another fire on 15th Street South claimed 4 more feline lives.
Our crews do their best to ensure not only the residents' safety, but also any sort of family pet safety. But there's always going to be circumstances that are going to keep us from entering and actually saving animals.
Neeb says pet owners can take steps now to protect their animals.
Practicing exit drills in the home. When you're practicing with your family, your kids, add the pets into that. Give them a certain word, like let's go outside, and have the animals follow you without a leash.
He also recommends keeping pets in areas where firefighters can easily reach them.
I know that a lot of people will put their dogs or pets or whatever they have in kennels and they'll put them in a corner somewhere. That's going to be hard to reach. If we have them near an exit, we have leashes available, we're going to be able to rescue those animals right away.
Whether it's a fire dog like Micah or a family cat, West Fargo Fire says not all pets always evacuate the building. That's why officials recommend keeping leashes near exits and assigning 1 person to each pet during an emergency.
But if your pet is still inside, Neeb says don't go back in.
Anytime you have an animal or any belongings inside, we want you to get out first. Life safety is our main concern. Once you're outside, you need to stay outside so that you don't go back inside and inhale some toxic smoke, get yourself trapped inside.
In West Fargo, Harrison Prey, Valley News Live.
And officials also recommend using pet alert stickers and placing them on windows or doors. This gives firefighters a number of how many animals and residents are typically inside. Well, we hope that you got a chance to soak up another beautiful day in the valley as temperatures climbed above freezing again, and this might be the new pattern, at least for this week. Yeah. Let's send things on over to Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas with more details. Russ, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Bobby, you're exactly right. Temperatures above the freezing mark and well above the norm. That's what we've got for you right through early next week. We're going to have some 40s on the board, not necessarily tomorrow, but we'll get there pretty quickly. Fargo hourly planner, as we move into the evening hours, one thing we're going to notice is some patchy, dense fog. I think Fargo could be in line for some of that around 10, 11 o'clock, maybe midnight tonight. Temperatures hanging right there in the mid-30s. For Grand Forks, same thing. Could see a little bit of fog out there. It's going to be patchy, hit and miss overnight, so not everybody gets it. But we're going to see temperatures drop down into the low 20s around midnight, light east to northeast wind. So here's a look at our Fargo fog planner. And you can see there's a window here from about 9, 10 o'clock through midnight, early morning hours. So we expect some of that dense fog, but then we start to kind of clear out. Once again, right now the visibility, as you know, is just fine out there. Tomorrow afternoon, check out some of these highs. Now, we've got 34 Fargo, 31 Grand Forks. You start heading farther south and west. Oaks, 43. Sisseton, 46 degrees tomorrow. Jamestown, 41. Harvey, 40. So some great numbers. Head over to the Minnesota side of the Red River Valley. We're looking at 20s and 30s, still very nice. And tomorrow we'll bring a mix of sun and clouds. Upper level pattern, Bobby, next week. Now, Tuesday, Wednesday, things start to cool off. Looks like it's going to get active. What will that mean for us? I'll let you know coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Russ, thank you so much. Well, one man has been arrested after a stolen vehicle incident last night. Police say the keys were left inside the running vehicle when it was taken from Cheyenne Street around 10:15. A Flock safety camera system helped officers locate that vehicle. The driver allegedly tried to flee, but officers used a tactical tactic to pin the vehicle, preventing a pursuit. 26-year-old Andrew LaFontaine was arrested. He faces charges including felony theft and driving under the influence, along with probation violations. No one was injured. A Moorhead woman has been sentenced for her role in helping a murder suspect escape authorities. Abby Fredrickson received a 3-year prison sentence, which is stayed for 5 years. Fredrickson pleaded guilty to aiding an offender after a deadly shooting last April. Investigators say she allowed the suspect to use her vehicle to flee the scene. A man was found dead from a gunshot wound in a Moorhead driveway. Fredrickson initially lied to police about the suspect's location and her vehicle. The suspect in the murder, Jerome Thomas III, is awaiting trial on first-degree murder charges. The Fargo Police Department will honor Officer Jason Mosier tomorrow. This marks 10 years since his tragic death in the line of duty. Officer Mosier's dedication and sacrifice continue to impact the department and our community. A memorial ceremony will start at 9 o'clock at Fargo City Hall tomorrow in the city chambers. You can watch a live broadcast and stream on the City of Fargo's access channels. Well, Mayville State University will pay $75,000 to settle a federal discrimination lawsuit. Former head volleyball coach Lindsey Johnson filed the suit alleging gender discrimination and retaliation. She claims when she was fired after complaining about pay disparities between male and female coaches. Court documents show that Johnson earned $52,000 with half-time teaching duties. Meanwhile, a male coach made $60,000 with 25% teaching duties. Johnson says that she received a, quote, below expectations evaluation just days before her contract was not renewed. She denies the accusations and says that she was never given a chance to respond. Now, we have reached out to attorneys for comment but have yet to hear back. The final decision is expected to be made tonight regarding the Broadway Station Senior Center. Park District officials, they may not renew the lease for the North Fargo Senior Center, which has visitors concerned. The lease is expected to expire in August of this year. Officials will decide whether to extend the lease for 3 or 5 years, or seniors will be forced to go somewhere else. The center serves free meals, offers games, and other activities for those 60 and above. We will have that final decision for you tonight on Valley News Live at 10. And students at Davies High School made their voices heard this afternoon as students organized a protest against ICE, hoping to raise awareness for what they say are basic human rights.
ICE does not belong in our communities, and they should not bring so much violence to our homes. And it's just not acceptable what they're doing. And I think it's important to show that the youth does not support this.
Tonight on Valley News Live at 9 and 10, hear more on how this protest came to be and why students say events like this can make all the difference.